Hey, so David, are we on?
Mm-hmm.
David, how did you hear about Uforia? How did it present itself, brother?
I was in LA at a friend of mine's clinic, my friend Dr. Mark Merritt, and he has a clinic in Glendale, Toluca Lake, in that area near Hollywood. And we were talking, and he's like, we should do a company that does like genetic testing and then designs the superfoods and the supplements based on the genetic testing. So that just came up in just a conversation. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I thought that's probably like 10 years away. And then it came up again when we were on our way to Las Vegas. We stopped at a hot springs and we were talking to another friend of mine who was, I think he was just finishing up his 23andMe testing or some kind of genetic testing. It came up again. Then we get to Las Vegas and we stopped in Las Vegas, then we went out to St. George, Utah. And I was talking about it with my friends there, and I was like, yeah, it's probably like 10 years away, this idea of genetic testing and then superfoods. And they're like, no, it's here now. It's like on right now. And like our neighbor, someone in the building where they were, this is Sun Warrior Protein, my old friends at Sunwear, they're like, no, it's like somebody who's got it done now. And I was like, really? Now? It's all set up now? And they're like, yeah. And then I just we got on another subject, forgot about that, and didn't go back to that subject. And then it came up again at the Bill Walsh event. This woman took me aside and she's like, you know what you should really do? You should really look into genetic testing and see if there's like a superfood or herbal component or something that could be designed around someone's genetic testing. She literally took me aside, and she had no idea who you were, Uforia, anything, but she just presented me with that idea. And then we did the event, and then at the end of the event, I think I was with you at the very last moments. And then it turned out that you were the guy that had the Uforia connection and had the exact thing that we've been talking about. So it was a series of synchronistic events that led me to you. And so that's why I wanted to hear your presentation. You're like, do you want to hear what we've got? This is late. We've been going at it for hours. I know it was a very rough day for me that particular day because that was when my assistant had been blocked at the border from coming to the United States. So it's just a rough day. And then you presented me the whole Uforia opportunity, the products, the whole idea of it. And I was like, this is just crazy. This came together like this.
I remember I was like, we were walking down the path and I was, it's been waiting all day to meet with you. And finally here we were, Aaron was there. And when we sat down, we got to share some story. And then finally I was like, hey, I'm gonna take a look at this DNA nutrition thing. And then I watched you light up and get big with your energy, and you're like, son, here we are, this is it. It's like, wow, here we are. So
because Sun had been there the whole time, so he'd been overhearing that conversation, and then she had tuned in that you were onto this whole thing, and so that she was the one who really grabbed you and brought you to me.
Right.
She had been hearing me talking about it with Dr. Mark. So it was interesting. I think Dr. Mark was with us at that point. He had left already, actually.
Okay, he was actually at the
event. He was actually at the event for the first day and part of the second day, and then took off. Yeah, because his family was in town, and he ended up going back to LA with his family.
Awesome. Welcome to Uforia Science.
Right on, thank you. Yeah, excited to be a part of Uforia Science. Right on, thanks, bro. And not only that,